students. Now this is our 11th lecture. Okay. In our previous 10 lecture, we learned all these points. And those who are having any difficulty regarding these points, they can contact with me. They can call me about this particular topic, about any particular topic, and just remove your doubts. Also, you all must go through the notes which are already dropped on your Google Classroom. Okay, so now this is the time where we can start the programming. Okay, so from today we are going to do the programming in C language. Let us take a quick review about our previous lecture. Okay, so the first topic is character set, in which we learn the character set. There are 4 character sets in C programming language, that is alphabets, capital A to capital Z, small a to small z, then digits 0 to 9, special symbol which are neither alphabets nor digits, and some backslash character. Okay, so जैसे जैसे हम आगे बढ़ेंगे वैसे वैसे हम क्लियर करेंगे अपने डाउट्स कि what is backslash character. This session will help you to understand how to use the backslash character to display the proper output of your program. Then the next is constants. I already told you there are basically 2 types of constant, integer constants and there are 2 types of constant. First is character constants and numeric constant. In numeric constants we are having 2 types of constant, that is integer constants and real constant. Integer constants are those number which does not contain any decimal point, where the real constant is a decimal point value. It either be positive or negative, no issue. Then character constants, we are having 2 types of character constant, that is single character constants and string constants. Single character constants are constants where we can use only single character, and that must enclose within a single quotation mark. String constant is a constant where we can use the sequence of character or set of character or more than one character, and which is always enclosed within a double quotation mark. The next is keywords. Keywords are reserved words. It have some meaning. It should be used to perform the special task. Okay, so keywords are reserved words. Okay, whenever you want to perform that particular task, you have to use that keywords. Total 32 keywords are provided by the C. Then variables. Variables are your data name, which varies from program to program, and it can take we can assign the value to the variable as many as time you want. Okay, so data types. Data types are 2 types of data types, that is primary and derived. We learned that primary data type, that is integer, then float data type. Integer is a data type where we can store any integer value, the value without decimal point. Float is the floating precision point. We can store floating precision point value. That means a value can contain any decimal point. And next is char data type, that where you can use to store a single character. Then double data type, if you want to store a long value, a long floating precision point value, then we can use the double data type. Okay, the next is basic structure of C programming. In basic structure I already told you that the first line is of comment line, the second is of your link section, the third is main program, and in main program you must have 4 parts, that is declaration, initialization, processing and output. Okay, then next is operator. In our previous lecture we discussed about the operators, that is arithmetic operators, plus, minus, multiplication, division and modular. Then second is relational operator, greater than, less than, greater than, equals to, less than, equals to, not, and logical operator, and or not, and assignment operator, and increment and decrement operator. Also in our previous lecture we learned the input and output function, that is scanf to read the value from the user through keyboard, and printf function to write the value on the screen to display your output. Now from today we are going to learn the program. in C. Okay, in this lecture uh, I explain you all the things which the program is, how the program is run and how the program is compiled by the compiler. Okay, and what precautions you have to take while writing a program. Okay, program is nothing but the set of instructions which you are going to give a computer, and according to your instructions, computer will perform the task. Okay, now let's start. Now we are what we are going to do, we are do the program. We are write a program for the addition of two numbers. Okay, so first which is optional, that is comment line. So comment line are of two types, that is multi-line comment and single line comment. So if you are doing single line comment, then you have to use this symbol. Okay, so here we are program of addition of two numbers. Okay, two numbers. So this line is not executed by the compiler. Why? Because this is comment line, and when you define any statement as a comment line in your program, that comment line means that comment lines will be ignored by the compiler. Okay, now one more file you need to include with your program, that is stdio.h. Why there is a need to include this file along with your program? Because I already told you all the things, but it is time to remember all these points, and on the basis of these points you have to write a program. Okay, so this file is where we are going to link. Means this file is a library file. Okay, it is stored in a C library. So what we are going to do, we attach this file, we include this file with our program. Why there is a need to include this file with our program? Because we are using some standards input and output functions in your program. Okay, so hash include, hash is for link, means hash is establish the link with that particular file which is already stored in a C library. Okay, includes is instructions for the compiler, and stdio.h is a name of your file. Okay, that main as I told you, main function, every program must return in a main function. ये आप बिल्कुल इसकी गांठ बांध लीजिए कि आपको जब भी प्रोग्राम लिखना है, the program always start with the main function. Okay, and the execution start with the curly braces. Actually this curly braces defines the block of your program. Okay, यहाँ ये curly braces क्या करता है, आपके प्रोग्राम के ब्लॉक को डिफाइन करता है. ओके, सो हम एक से ज़्यादा ब्लॉक लिख सकते हैं, लेकिन हम अभी नहीं लिखेंगे, हमारा ये पहला ही प्रोग्राम है. सो हम इसको थोड़ा सा इजी वे में और इसको समझने की कोशिश करेंगे, ताकि इसके बाद जितनी भी प्रोग्राम्स में आपके लो आपको अच्छे से समझ में आए. ठीक है, मेन. नाउ एज आई टोल्ड यू कि मेन कंसिस्ट actually two statements, that is declaration and executable part. Okay, but if you think that if I do means as I told you कि भैया वहाँ पे 4 पॉइंट्स आपको लिखने ही है. पहला कौन सा है? डिक्लेरेशन. डिक्लेरेशन के बाद आता है इनिशियलाइजेशन, प्रोसेसिंग एंड आउटपुट. तो इनिशियलाइजेशन, प्रोसेसिंग और आउटपुट को एग्जीक्यूटेबल पार्ट कहते हैं. ओके, सो डिक्लेरेशन, you know the syntax of declaration, that is data type and variables. So how many variables you need to perform the task of addition? There is what we are how many means we are performing the task of addition, but by taking the two values. Okay, so these two values we need a two variable, and one is for to store the output. So this is our first program. We are taking 3 variables, and this is int, that is of type int. That means you are tackling with the integer values. You are handling integers value. You are storing integer values in this variable. Variable you may take as and num1 comma num2, that is number 2, and your result, res. Okay, so in this way it is very easy to understand, as num1 is your number 1, num2 is your number 2, and res has taken to store the output. Okay, at the end of every statement you have to put the semicolon. Okay, जब कोई स्टेटमेंट कंटिन्यू होता है तो उसको हम लोग सेमीकोलॉन एंड में नहीं देते. व्हाई? बिकॉज सेमीकोलॉन ट्रीटेड एज अ लाइन टर्मिनेशन, लाइन टर्मिनेट करता है, वो आपकी लाइन एंड हो गई है, खत्म हो गई है, बताता है. ओके, नाउ आफ्टर मेक वन हैबिट दैट ऑलवेज इंक्लूड दिस फंक्शन after declaration, CLR SCR. Why we are using this function? Because this function, देखिए जब आपका आउटपुट स्क्रीन है तो ये स्क्रीन में कुछ अगर प्रीवियस प्रोग्राम का कुछ आउटपुट्स होगा या फिर कुछ और लिखा है तो क्या करेगा कि आपके प्रोग्राम का आउटपुट क्लियरली दिखे, इसके लिए वो क्या करेगा, पूरी स्क्रीन क्लियर करेगा. ओके, सो CLR SCR function is used to clear the screen. As it is a function, so pair of parentheses, the function, the name of the function was followed by the pair of parentheses, and there is a semicolon at the end of the function name. Okay, then what you for addition you have to give two values to the computer. Okay, so you can give the value to the computer, or you have to do for that, what you have to do, you have to assign the value to the variable. Okay, so you can initialize the value, assign the value, initialize, we can say initialize the value to the variable in two ways, by using assignment operator like this, num1 equals to 10, or you can use the input statements. That input statement is scanf. ठीक है, so before assign the value, what I'm going to do, that is printf enter any two numbers, quotation complete, means this message, I want to print this message on the screen. Okay, so before assigning value or before giving value to the variable, this message will display on your screen, that is enter any two numbers. Okay, and here you need to enter the two numbers. Okay, so we are assigning, initialize the value by using scanf function, which is input function, which assign the value to the variable which is used, which this function actually reads the value to the for the variable. Okay, so the syntax of scanf we all know, that is first is control string and then variable. So control string is a format specifier, that means it tells the compiler that what type of value you are going to accept. So we are accepting integer value because our variables are integer type. So first is and %d, percent is for conversion and d is for decimal number. The next value %d quotation complete, comma, first value will store on num1 place and the second value will store on num2 place. Okay, here the statement is over. That means we assign the first value to num1 and the second value to num2. Okay, so once you initialize the value to the variable, now it is time for processing, that is num1 plus num2, number 2. Okay, and the result will be stored on res, that is result. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to print the final result of this program, that is printf. Okay, the addition means sum of two numbers, the sum is equals to %d. Okay, sum equals to means when you input the value here 10, enter 20, then the compiler will do the task of addition and the result will be stored on res. And what you are going to, we are printing the value of res variable with along with the sub message. That means this message is printed as it is by the compiler. That means if you given 10 to num1 and 20 to num2, then what will be the result? The result is 30. Okay, so in this way sum equals to 30. In this way you will get the result. Okay, so here the res means the value of res will display in the place of %d. Sum equals to 30. Okay, this is our first program. Now try to understand this program and do the same program for in the same way. In the same way you can do the program for subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay, so I hope you understand well. And our next lecture we will perform the practical. Okay, we will perform this program practically.